With the lower units on the outboards repaired, I'm going to go ahead and do some maintenance. First thing is I'm going to try to change the oil, and I have a oil extraction pump that I use for my van. I'm going to go ahead and shove it down the dipstick tube and see if I can get most of the oil out, and then I'll come down and take this off and drain the rest of the oil. That'll give me an idea if the extraction pump's going to work. So oil change first and then spark plugs. We should start seeing some oil come down the dipstick tube in a minute. There it comes. Okay, we'll check back in a second, see how much oil we get into this bucket. Looks like we got about 4 quarts using the extraction pump. Now I need to open this side port up. So hardly any oil came out. So I think the extraction pump will work, and it will allow me to change the oil without taking the boat out of the water. This is interesting. Here's the oil plug for the Honda Outboard, and it's supposed to be a 12 millimeter washer, crush washer. So I ordered the Honda part, and it's quite a bit bigger. So if I put that on the nut, you can see it's wiggling around. It's way too big. So I'm wondering if the place sent me the wrong part. So the Honda place is closed today, so I went to Suzuki, and here's a 12.5 millimeter, and you can see it's just slightly too big. So that's probably a 14, not a 12 millimeter. But we're gonna go with the Suzuki one today. The Suzuki part number is 09168-12012, and I thought the Honda part was 94109-12000. And I think it probably is, they just sent me the wrong one. Putting the oil plug back in, and the torque spec on this is 17 foot-pounds. I'm gonna come back later and put a little bit of anti-seize on that screw. They use the Wicks filter, which is interesting, 57356. The oil filter is 15400 PLM A02 PE. And we're going to put a little bit of oil on this seal before putting it back on the outboard. And we'll just put it on hand tight. I'm using Quicksilver Marine Lube, 10W30 for 4-stroke outboards. While I wait on the oil, I'm going to go ahead and start replacing spark plugs. There's part number, it's a DR7EA, so 98069-5771P. There's 4 each, and all the wires are in order, so I don't have to worry about getting them out of order. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're going to use a 18 millimeter socket. Those look pretty good. All 4 spark plugs look pretty good. I need to check and see what the gap is and then put the new ones in. So it has a spark plug gap at 24 to 2800 of an inch. And so I have a gauge at 2500, so they should all be close to that. Let's give that a try and see. So just enough gap. There. Okay. All very snug, so right at the low end. Okay, we're good. Get them started by hand so we're not cross-threading anything. The instructions say once it's all the way tight to do a half a turn. This is the temperature sensor on my port outboard, and I solved my overheating problem by simply unplugging that, because the outboard wasn't overheating. So what someone suggested I do is switch this one to the starboard, which is working. So now if my overheating problem moves to the starboard, I know it's the temp sensor. So that's a 22 millimeter socket, and so I'll put one on there and get that off. All right. Oh, there it goes. I should take that to the auto parts store and see if I can find something that matches. So not a lot of depth to that. Connect it back up. Okay, we're going to see with the next time I get in the water if the port or starboard overheat, and then we'll know if it's a sensor or if it's an outboard problem. I went ahead and replaced the fuel filter. It's too tight of a space for me to try to have videoed, and the part number for that is 16900 SA5004. And while I was at it, this cam is a throttle cam. I noticed it was missing the outside washer on here, and I went ahead and loosened it to move it out of the way to get the fuel filter out easier. And I found that it's also missing a inside spring, so it's a helper spring they call it. So I tried to chase down that part, and it's another part that is no longer stocked. So I'm trying to see if I can find this overall cam assembly as a part somewhere, you know, on eBay or another source. I might have gone a little crazy. I bought this whole intake manifold off of eBay just to get two parts out of here, a washer and a spring that are in this cam. So need the part out, and I'll show you what I was looking for. I'll overlay the part number on the screen for the spring. It's no longer available. Washer, and then there's a spring hiding under there. Maybe I could have found that spring somewhere, but not as a Honda part. So I'm putting this ultra tough gel on all the parts. I even took the lower unit nuts off and put this stuff on it. It's supposed to be anti-corrosion and anti-seize. Apparently I have to have those whole assembly off to get it started. Can't slide that bolt in from the outside, it hits the case. So the whole thing's got to be together. Okay, spring and washer in. Back to the way it was new.